Under the shore, right at the edge. Right at the very edge of the ice. Here they are, bites. Come on, come on, come on, got one. Great. Wow, right from the edge, look at that. It's starting. But this is already more interesting. A lot of fishermen have come out. They say it's great to catch fish right now with maggots. Come here. Roach, right? The main thing is that it doesn't come off the hook. So, the fishing starts with me pulling the ambulance out now. The car is stuck. Got it, guys, I pulled it out, look. Pulled it out, pulled it out, pulled it out. Got it. I pulled it out. Great, we managed to do this together. Now I'll drive a little more, okay? Just a little bit, she says. I'm almost there. You understand? Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Enough. Enough. We're almost there. Just standing still. Good. Well, how else, damn it, friends? If it weren't for me, who would help him? No one. The road is so broken. The ambulance can't get through anywhere. It's terrible. In short, poor people. Can you imagine? Someone is waiting, and the car just can't get there because it's completely stuck. Right here, he jumped up. Here he is. A pit, so to speak, right? Where did he get stuck? Here we are, we've made it to the river. Friends, as you can see, I'm out here with my summer gear today. Today we're going to kick off the float fishing season. The river has thawed enough, but the most important thing is how the birds are singing, friends, in a spring-like way. The tits are already singing and you can really feel it spring. In my hands I have a 7-meter rod. It's a flagship from Podrov, a Propol, 7-meter. Now we're going to mix some bait. Let's take the platform and sit in this little bay. I think some roach should definitely be biting by now. You know, I can hardly believe it. That I literally 2-3 weeks ago. I was running around there, fishing with a tip-up, and now everything has already melted. It's completely melted, just like this little bay. We're going to fish over there. I specifically brought a 7-meter whip rod today to cast over the edge of the ice. I anticipated this, that there would be ice somewhere from the shore, right? And to cast out there further, a 7-meter rod is just what we need. The trees allow us to do this. So we're going to fish, and we'll try to set up in a way that's pretty convenient for us. I brought a mini platform, and we'll set it up right here. Now we're going to fish with the whip rod. It's going to be great. I just love my mini platform. I fish with it using a feeder and whip rods. I'm always very comfortable and at ease. It has 4 legs that can be adjusted for extension. You can set it up absolutely, friends, for any slope, for any shore. Because we have 4 points of support. And so we adjust everything as needed. Plus, there's also an additional attachment. It's a small table, you can attach it, a tray for bait, and a feeder arm. This thing has such a loud name, feeder arm, which is... It simply attaches like a holder for our fishing rod. You can put the feeder here, float tackle, whatever you have. We're continuing. To set up our spot inside, I have, of course, a cloth, feeder tackle, and this rod holder. We thread it in like this and screw it on. By threading both on... I just thought maybe I should sit on the ice here, but it holds at the edge, and... Further already, it's nothing. Everything is shifting. I don't want to fall through on the very first day of fishing. I think that in just a week everything here will melt completely, and it will be possible to fish with both a feeder and a float. Right here, at my favorite spot. Well, now we have to choose those places where the water is at least somewhat open, where it exists. Flowing, where we have oxygen, because the fish are coming out now. I think we'll be catching either roach or rudd on the line. One of these fish has to bite for sure. Here's my wonderful 7-meter fishing rod. Super. Yeah, there are branches here. I'll be scraping them sometimes. But friends, I took a 7-meter rod because I didn't know how thick the ice was from the shore and how far it goes, so that I can just cast to the open water. First, we're going to mix a bit of bait. Today's bait will be garlic flavored. In spring, in my opinion, garlic flavored bait attracts fish the best. It doesn't have to be, it could be a crucian carp. It could be roach, bream, or anything else. Because of the light smell of garlic, in spring it activates the fish. It works as an activator for bites. Right now I have this little bucket. Let's attach a rope there and try to collect some water. Throw it, Let's carefully step onto the ice. Let's unwind some more rope. And we'll cast it out there to the open water. We need to collect it properly, somehow. Great, and we scooped some up. We broke the edge. Oh, well, there's something there. Now we're going to break it. Oh, this will be enough for us. The only rule in spring that I want to tell you guys is don't try to feed just one spot. Feed several spots, meaning one. We'll bait here, and we'll bait over there, somewhere to the right near the reeds, because we don't know where the fish will be. It could show up here or there. You see, if there's a chance, it's better to bait several different spots. Look, the swans have arrived, right? What a beauty. We're actually going to fish there now. And look at those beauties over there. The float, guys. The float. Today I'm going to use 3 grams. Ideally, it would be 1 or 2 grams, but since they promised wind today, it's going to be quite breezy. Yeah, I just can't handle a light float. The water has already opened up for them. They're comfortable swimming now. There's plenty of space. Yeah, beauties. So, I'm going to cast the rod first, see how things are here, if it's comfortable. I think I'll be fine. And I'll bait here and I'll bait further over there. One more spot, so everything is perfect for us. So the fish like it, and we like it too. There is quite a small depth here, and the mast can easily get further there. And fish. Oh, we can go a little more. It thinks great. It will be visible. Everything is great for us now. I made it a bit dry so that the bait would cloud up. And we're casting right under our float. We don't need to bait a lot right now, since it's spring. In spring I don't throw in a lot of bait, just a couple of balls. Well, of course, the second spot. How could we do without it? It's going to be somewhere over there, further out, right at the edge. Closer. Somewhere like this. As for the bait, in my opinion, the best is bloodworm. Bloodworm is a bait. Yeah. Because it's of animal origin. Here's a nice red bloodworm. Well, here we have the bait on the hook. And we send it out. The first one, so to speak, is in. We send it out and watch the float. As I said, we're fishing today with a light retrieve. So we'll see how it behaves. All right. There it is. There are guys. There's someone. Look, he's right under the broccoli. I wonder how to get him out. From the very edge of the line. He's starting it. You are such a... What are we going to do? I'm going to unload on the ice right now. And drag it on the ice. We'll just have you... Come here, closer to us. Good looking one, come here. That's a nice one. Who do we have here? A bream, right? Here's a pretty decent bream. No, I think we have a good start. There's a fish. Where should I put it? I brought a keep net, but I won't be able to throw it here. Should we take it to the can? Maybe we should put it in the can. Let's put it in the can. Or in a bucket. Where should I put the fish? Here's a bream like this. On the float. I think it's great. It's starting to snow a little, and we're fishing. My advice to you. Every time, rebait the maggot. Absolutely. Because the fish are very picky right now, and your bait needs to be just perfect for them to bite consistently. That's why, even if it's still whole after a bite, you should still hook a new one and cast it out. Then you'll have good bites, and everything will go well for you. Great, just make sure to change the bait. So, while you're watching, you should have an excess. The work is going on. It's going, and it pulled, right? Yeah, it sank. It sank. Let's slowly add some bait. Where are you, fish? And these ones? So you're right here at the edge, huh? Splash away, my friend. We'll be there soon. Try to pull it out. You see, the line is thin. and the leader gets caught on the edge, so you need to pull the fish over. Just shake it a bit with the rod. Overeat. Pull you over here. Well, our Flying Dutchman is like this. There's another little one. I think I'm increasing to either the same bream or it's unclear. Let's see. Here's the first bream we have. It's about this size. Yeah, it might even be a little smaller than the first one. The float is moving. Is there anyone with us? Where is it? Oh, look, there it is. Wow, look at that. That's what you get caught on the edge there. We can't get it out from behind the ice. Look what kind of roach it is, or ruddy. It's a roach. Looks like a roach. The main thing is to cast it onto the ice. We cast it, and I'm going to pull it over here. It's coming to us. Yes. Nice. I'm starting to like this kind of fishing too. This is already quite interesting. 1, 2. Winter roach really got caught on a branch over there. Damn. See, I told you, it's really uncomfortable. That's a nice roach. What a beautiful fish this roach is. Yes. What scales does she have? What eyes does she have? As I told you, change model more often. Despite the fact that it's cold, the guy's hands are freezing, but we need to change him, damn it. I'm telling you, the bait is really important. It always needs to be fresh and good. Now, it's starting to snow. It's gone a bit quiet. I've been casting, but nothing's biting, and that was right after I fed the fish. I just threw it right away from the second and third throws. And it bit right away. There's also this thing with the float, like the fishing tempo. So how long to wait at one spot? Here we are fishing with a float, meaning on the bottom. My bait isn't on the bottom. It's just a few centimeters above the bottom, just swimming along. So how long before I should recast? What's interesting is that the bites happen almost right under the edge of the ice. Here's the ice, and there's the float over there. If it's biting, then it's closer, I'm telling you. To the ice. I tried casting further over there. Over there, nothing was really biting. Oh, come on, here's a closer look. And everything gets more interesting right away. It's happening. What a light snowfall it is. Look, a light bite, see? Just barely. Look, someone is trying to nibble at it. That's how it happens. The fish comes up and starts nibbling a little like this. To feel it with touches. It's nibbling, it's nibbling. Sometimes it bites, and others it's just a nibble. Yes. It didn't come off. It's gotten a bit quiet over there, so I'll try here, where I fed, to make a cast. Come on, fish, bite. I need to add a bit more depth here. Now, let's adjust it and see how it goes. There's definitely a lot of trash. A branch, some kind of stick. But here you can lay down the rod, right on the ice. Right on the ice and watch the float. Yeah, the depth here is much greater. We've got a couple of meters of depth here. It's easy, even. I'm looking, there's a current here, a bit less than over there. So the float is making the retrieve here. A light one. Calm. If I had a rod shorter than 7 meters, I wouldn't be able to cast beyond the edge of the ice. But a long one works perfectly here. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, look at that. Look at the bream that bit. Good one, yeah. Good one. Now let's try to get it out of there if we can. Maybe it won't be a fin whatever. Anox, come out. Or you don't want to. Man, it's the worst to fish at the edge of the ice in those years too when I'm fishing. I just couldn't catch any fish, had a lot of bites, but they got away, and there was a rock there. It's lying there, you can see the kids threw it, and a branch. It got tangled up sharply. The fish is sitting there, right? Or are they all just sitting there? Come on. Come on, little one, help us a bit. Help me out, come on, use your tail to help. It doesn't want to, can you imagine? Such a wimp. We're going to go around like this and try to get it out. Come on, I'm going to start right now. And what was it? Who do we have here? Quiet. I can't tell if it's a white bream or a roach. Wow, oh man, and the ice is cracking. But this is already more interesting. We're good to go. In a cool way. Alright, another wanderer. Let's see, what do we have here? Is this a bream? Is it a roach, huh? Where's the roach? What, did they steal it or what? Here's the roach. And this buddy? Everything's great. The water is icy. Icy. You can't even describe it, guys. You always have to take a rag. I kind of forgot to bring a cloth for fishing, so my hands got all frozen. After the fish, there's slime. Yeah. And we know how it is when it's outside. Zero. -1, just like now. That's the kind of weather we're having. All of this really freezes your hands. It's really interesting to watch the float when the snow starts to fall. It's beautiful, really. The season opening, that's what we have. Still, it's beautiful, very... It's the season opening, that's what we have. Float fishing, yes. It's slowly happening, someone is trying. There are a few light touches. How it doesn't really bite at all. Look, here it is. Dib, 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 it's pulling, there's a bite. Is there anyone here with us? Oh, it's going pretty well. What's going on? It's pulling, oh my. Come here. Roach, right. The main thing is that it doesn't come off the hook. Translate it over the branch and come here. Great, great. It's gotten a bit quiet for now at the bite. I want to tell you that this place is really interesting in itself. I don't know, probably, even after today's video, local fishermen will come here when they see that the fish have started biting. To bite, I won't sit here again next time. And these little openings like these at the beginning of spring, they are always very interesting and promising, because fish, as a rule, hide near the ice, near the edges of the ice, and they come out to bite specifically around that perimeter. This happens very often. I wanted to say about the first float, the first bobber. Look at that, the float is great. It's going now. Oops, I pulled it out a bit right. Look, it's biting. It's going. Got it. Yes, who's there with us? Oh, guys. There it is, someone good, damn. Where is it? I can't find it. There it is. What a fish, look. Near the stump. I took it out right away. Shh, quiet. Now let's try to pull it over here. And here's our nice one, right? You really said, let's go for a walk. What a catch. Ah, nice. A great start to the season. That's a nice roach. You can't say anything. We have one more fish. Now we'll take it over to all the others. It would have been easier to just take a bucket than to walk around with this fish. By the way, we shouldn't take a bucket, but rather check out this spot, because it had a rest. Maybe the bite has started here. And this one, as always, already left with lazy first, and he's almost done for. Wow, look at how many of you are here. It came, just look at that. We're fishing with a float, taking it easy. They are walking here. A lot of fishermen say that it's great to catch fish right now using maggots. A lot of people say, come on, catch them, Sergey, with maggots. There will be a bite, and there will be roach and everything else. I want to say that on maggots, in my opinion, yes, still. It's too early to fish because the fish aren't used to baits like maggots yet, and to larger larvae, so the bite will be weak. I always fish with bloodworms in the fall and spring, almost until May, as long as I can buy them, and as long as they are available. Bloodworms. I always take them, and the bite is good. I hook 4 or 5 bloodworms and maybe 1 maggot. I even catch bream this way in the summer. And my platva is biting well, and a bloodworm is a bloodworm. It's always great to fish with bloodworms. So guys, If you have the chance to buy bloodworms, definitely get them. Definitely without bloodworms. Let's just say your fishing won't be nearly as interesting when he's pulling in fish by the bucketful. He always wants to come out alive, whatever they are, and look at them. Yes. What about the fish we have with you? So, the roach has always been the most lively and active, and with the bites it seems like they're biting, but I just can't figure it out. The camera can't see. Now I'll try to show you. Under the edge, you see backwaters. Look under the ice. It's going under the ice, under the ice, under the ice. It's going under the ice. Yes, there is someone, guys. Over there. Where did you want to go under the ice, you quick little one? Look at this roach. Just as I mentioned her, she bit right away. Here's a nice roach. As soon as I mentioned her, she bit right away. Let's make a cast. Someone do a retrieve, and let's see. Are you going to be with us, or what? Fishy fish. Here's a little life hack from me. When I cast, I always point the rod at the float. That is, then visually, if I turn away, somewhere with my face, it's easier for me to immediately find hop. And when my float is moving, I also move it a bit with the rod. Just like that. Because after all, you know, everyone is different when fishing. Someone called, something hit, roared or flew in. You just watch, and then hop. A bite, let's say. Yes, you turn around, but you can't find the float very quickly, especially if there is a row, when you are with a rod. Just like that. Always point the tip at the float. It's much easier that way. This is a simple, one might say, amateurish advice, but still. Advice, I think, because there is nothing superfluous. In conversations about fishing, right? It's better to repeat everything 100 times, explain it, and then it will be easier for you. And I always feel happy when you write comments. You write a lot of nice comments. To me, friends. It really makes me happy, honestly. When I read them, well, it does. This inspires new fishing trips. I wouldn't have gone there if you hadn't spoken well of all this. I wouldn't go out like that in winter. I wouldn't even freeze myself. How should I put it? My hands, legs, and butt, right? And when do I realize that you really like it? And the content that I create? It warms my heart, and I want to go out the next day to film something for you again. So, thank you very much. It warms my heart, and I want to go out the next day to film something for you again. So thank you very much. I'm really glad to know that. Okay, he left, the little one left. Who's there? Nox. You were washing David like a roach. Come onto the ice, good job. Clever girl, you climbed in yourself. Good job. So, roach is always our most lively fish. It can bite. Carefully. So dub then lead, or just take the guest to lead. She is generally necessary. I missed the stock. Damn, the master said it's the most sluggish. Although, in my opinion, the bream can bite really well, very actively, and fight quite hard. Yeah, when I'm pulling in the autumn. Like in September, when I have a feeding frenzy. And in spring too, by the way, closer to May. When she has a feeding frenzy in the spring, there is also a spring feeding frenzy and an autumn feeding frenzy. There is a spring feeding frenzy, and then there is fish. It just gets really full. She's super active, and the guys are really cool with the roach. In our region, before the spawning season, they start biting in mid-March. I've noticed that in mid-March, the big roaches bite, and it's just awesome. I caught over 100 of them in one feeder fishing session, which lasted about 5 to 6 hours. I was just with one feeder, with one rod, and I caught over 100 roaches. Right before the spawning season, during this wild bite, I could catch a lot. And look, you can see them again. The beauties have come out. Swans are swimming there. Rod, I wanted to say a few words to you, friends, for its price category. And 7 meters long, it's quite light. I like this rod. I've been catching quite a lot with it already. About 4 years, I've already fished with it. I caught it in the reservoir and everywhere. So I can even hold it like this at the edge with one hand. Free. Look, they're flying over there. You see, they flew by. Some are swimming, others are flying. The beauty of the river in spring. All these clearings are the ice that's left. They will disappear everywhere in a week, and there will already be open water. In short, what can I say? I don't like it when the fish aren't biting for a long time. Let's go to the second spot now, and I'll tell you the story of how I got into this fishing from 2 spots. Because they usually say, it's better not to change your spot, to fish all the time from the same place. Basically, the fish will come. I don't want to run back and forth, not at all, you know. Friends, I completely agree with you and support you. Yes, it's much nicer to sit in one spot than to run around. But in winter, we fish with you from several holes. We make a distance of about 5-10 meters between them, right? We have one hole here, let's say, in winter when we fish. The second one is over there, the third one is further away. We take turns fishing. It's the same with both the float and the feeder, it's all the same. The fish gets tired in one spot. Maybe a predator came and scared them away. Maybe something didn't sit right, who knows? That's why you need to change it up. A little bit here, a little bit there. Or you can move around if the conditions allow. But yes, of course, fish in warm water are much more active than in winter, and there is no point in running. You can fish in one place, sit down, feed and wait. By the shore. Yes, under the edge. Right under the edge of the ice. Here they are, the bites. Come on, let's eat. Oh, you Yoshkin Matryoshkin. There's someone decent there, guys. So, it's definitely someone... Not bad. Oh, a nice roach. Wait, this isn't a roach. It's that one again. I'm stuck. I can't lift it. I really can't. I need to lower it and let it swim away. It's getting caught on the ice. Constantly with its fins. Oh, come here. Here. There is... Baby... Damn, there's grass here. Let's get even closer. I wanted to film it, show it to you nicely. This little snot, right? It's actually a bit uncomfortable for me with the handheld camera. And the ice here is already, you see, collapsing under the shore. Already none. You step on it and that's it. Good little snot, +1. Well, my dear friends, I think we had a pretty good fishing trip today, didn't we? We've got a fish, and while the fish is still alive, before we've had a chance to handle it too much, we're definitely going to release it, because the river gave us an incredible sense of discovery today. The first fishing trip with a float rod this year. So, we're taking this fish and going to release it together with you. Look at the scales I have on my hand after today's fishing. Yes. Well, we really did some fishing together. Not bad. Of course, we found open water. There's a spot where there's no ice at all, even near the shore. But unfortunately, there are no fish here. So we were fishing in a small little bay. Guys, I want to tell you something about bream and roach. Sometimes they turn red. That is, sometimes their blood vessels burst and they turn red. Over time, but that happens. If you're fishing, for example, with a feeder, usually at a great depth like 8 to 10 meters, you pull the fish up from the depths. And because of this sudden change, how quickly it changes depth, yeah. Her capillaries burst, but it wasn't deep here. I don't know, maybe it's the weather, maybe the pressure, something in nature, that's why it's still alive for now. Let's release them. For the fact that we're releasing them now. Melt, come on. The fish are all alive. We don't have any dead ones today. The water is cold, and the fish swim away very quickly. Even though they're swimming up, we still have some bream swimming around, looking great. Look at how good I am at this. Both of them, and I went right away. It turned out to be a pretty good opening. I thought I would catch, 5 fish. They're literally in a whole day. Plus the snow has started to come down. The weather is around 0. There's a little breeze. Well, everything turned out pretty well. Thanks to the river for this fishing trip, and thank you to everyone who watched until the end, guys. You are the best viewers and subscribers. Peace to everyone, kindness to everyone. I'm getting ready to head home, packing up my gear. Do you remember that in spring fishing, the most important thing is delicate gear? Delicate gear. The bait, good bait. As I told you, in this case, we used garlic bait. Of course, luck. Luck is essential. And the spot. The fishing spot is the most important thing. If there are no fish, no matter how much you feed them or what you do, you won't catch anything. So the key is to find a good spot. Here